Well, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Kendra here, and I am doing part 2 of this video that I did. Y'all, I just want to first apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I kept trying to figure out why my videos were looking blurry, because I was like, your girl spent a lot of money on this camera. So I was like, something you doing wrong. And yeah, I was right. It was a couple things I was doing wrong. My camera was set on something called manual focus, and so when I was zooming in to do the eye looks, it was making me look blurry because I needed to manually focus the camera. And so I, not knowing that, wasn't doing that, and so it was making me look blurry, blurring out my background, making me look blurry, and it just wasn't coming out precise. So I was like, whoa, what you want from me? What? So unfortunately, that video that I just did on this eye look, I'm sorry y'all, it looks blurry. It does. It looks blurry. It really does. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe I'll redo it tomorrow. Y'all understand. I just filmed. It took me like an hour and 30 minutes to film that video, and it's blurry. I might do it because I use this Pat McGrath palette here, and see the colors are picking up so much better now that I've adjusted everything. But it ain't gonna get done today. We get done tomorrow. We'll deal with tomorrow when tomorrow get here, child. Today, I'm going to do what I promised one of my viewers I was going to do. And you know, guys, I didn't think about it until I got ready to get all this stuff together to do it. And I thought, oh, that's a lot. She asked me would I consider doing some different lippies. And initially I was thinking, oh no, that's not a problem because I have so much. But when I went to go get this stuff, I have so many lippies, so many. Oh, my sister can tell you, I have so many. I have so many different lippies and shades and colors. So I had to narrow it down, y'all. I mean, because it was overwhelming my brain. I had to narrow it down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna redo the one that I just did for this look, because I don't think you can really tell. But one of the biggest things I think you need to do, especially for everyday looks, I think you need to have a good liner, especially if you're my skin tone. And I even think on lighter skin tones too. You know, I think it's good to have a nice go-to neutral liner that it's just your go-to liner that you use all the time, lip liner. And you know that lip liner is gonna get the job done. For me, it's either Current by MAC or it's BFF4, which is the one that Makeup Shayla did. All right, those are my two go-to lip liners. And if you watch a lot of YouTubers, I promise you, if you watch them enough, look at enough of their videos, they have go-to lip liners that they use that just goes with a variety of different lippies and things of that nature. That you can do. Now it depends on what kind of looks that you want to go for as far as the lips are concerned. If you're going with more neutral lips or if you want to go with bold lips, it just depends on what lips you're going for. Whenever I do bold lips where I'm using deeper colors on my skin tone, a lot of times I don't use liners because of the fact that I have a natural liner. My lips, and I'm gonna take this lipstick off so you guys can see. You see, the rim of my lips are naturally lined dark, okay? So, for me, and the bottom lip is the same way. You see I got a natural dark rim around my lower lip, and the upper is the same way. So, the only time really I have to go in with a liner a lot of times is when I use really light shades. So if I use light shades, I have to use a liner. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show you guys what I just used, and I'm gonna show you how these liners, how you can use these liners interchangeably and when you're doing different lippies. Now this one right here, this is by MAC. This is in the shade Cork. A lot of lighter, fair skinned people I notice like to use Cork. Okay, now I'm gonna sharpen this liner and I'm gonna show you what Cork looks like on my skin tone. So when I put Cork on, Cork blends into my skin tone. So I mean, this stick is old. I've had this stick so long, and that's because I don't use it much, because it blends down. I'm gonna show you guys how much Cork blends into my skin tone. Okay. Now you see that? You can't really tell I have on a liner, but if someone of a lighter skin tone, Cork shows up so well. I've seen a lot of girls use this color and it shows up really well. It looks very pretty on lighter skin tone. But for me, as you can tell, it just doesn't show up that well. I use either Current. Current is like a cranberry color. It's by MAC. So I either use, and for my neutral browns, I use Chestnut. Okay, now this is Chestnut. I'm gonna show you what Chestnut looks like on me. Okay. Now, this is Chestnut. Now what it did was it just darkened up my natural liner of my lips. And a lot of times when I use Chestnut, it's because I'm going in with a lighter color. And I can show you guys a lighter color that I like to use. This one right here. When I'm doing a nude lip, this color right here, I love this color. So pretty on deeper skin tone. This is by AJ Crimson, okay? And this is in the shade No Shade. That's the name of it, okay? It's a neutral color. Now I'll show you. And you see what that looks like. That is very pretty on, see, on deeper skin tone. Okay, that's a nude lip. If you want to go on the outside of it and make it look, bring out the color, the lipstick a little more, I could go in on top with a gloss. Okay, now this gloss right here is by Pat McGrath, and this is one that I use a lot too. This is in the shade For Real. Okay, and that just brings a little gloss. Now let me tell y'all something about using a lot of lippies that have gloss to them. Okay, if you're going to use lippies that have gloss to them, just be prepared to keep reapplying it, because you will have to keep reapplying it over and over and over and over again. Now I'm gonna go back in again with that lip liner in the shade Current. And what you can do, a lot of times you can test your liners on the back of your hand, okay? And that's what I do a lot of times, just so I can see which liner I'm gonna go with today. So if I'm trying to pick out what lippy I wanna use for a certain eye look, what I'll do is I'll put the liner on the back of my hand, and then that kind of gives me an idea of which liner I wanna go with for which lippy, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips again, and I'm gonna show you guys. Now this lippy right here, this was a signature lippy, honey. Hands down. I used to wear this lippy so much. This is by MAC. It's in the shade Explicit, okay? Very pretty on deeper skin tone. Extremely. I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice, but as you can see, that's what it looks like on someone of my skin tone. It has more of a frost look to it. It's like a taupe with a frost to it. It's a very, very pretty color. I mean, when I tell you, it was my signature look for a long time. I used to wear this lippy all the time. You couldn't get me out of Explicit by MAC, honey. I wore it all the time, okay? I know my lips are gonna be hurting by the time I finish this video, for sure. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys some other colors. Now this is a pretty color. Kind of puts you in the mind of current. This one is by Makeup Forever. It is in the shade 13C. Okay, this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. Looks like that. It looks a little lighter on camera than what it does in person. In person, it's a little darker. Okay, I'll show you a lighter one, and then I'll show you a darker one that's kind of in the same family. Now you see that darker one right there? That puts you in the mind of Current by MAC. This one is the darker one is by Jouer Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Night Shift. But I'm gonna show you guys another look that I use. Now sometimes what I do, this color right here, this is a nude color. This one is by ABH. It's a nude lipstick. It's in the shade Honey, but it's very pretty. Now in person, on camera, it looks a little pinkish, but in person, y'all, it's not really. Well, it is it gives you a little pink, just a smidge. Yeah, it gives you a little pink, just a little bit, but it gives you one of those. It looks kind of pale, like a pale pink to me. So what I would do with a color like that, I would go in with the 13C, but this is what it looked like when I put it on. Now on the inside, I can go on the inside. Now you see? Now I could easily go on the outside of that with, let's see, I could use this gloss right here. Now this gloss right here has a pink tone to it. This is by Mercier, but I'm gonna put it on top, and it has a pink gloss to it, okay? I use Honey as my lipstick. I use that 13C as my liner by Makeup Forever, and then I put this gloss by Mercier, and I will put the name of this in the description. I promise you guys I will get the name of this and put it in the description box in case any of you guys like it. I'm going on. They are gold tone colors. They are so pretty, y'all. Okay, change this liner here, and I'm going to use F4 by Colourpop. That's my favorite, one of my favorite lip liners. Okay guys, so I'm gonna use this liner here. This one is the BFF4 Colourpop in collaboration with Makeup Shayla. It's brown, but it's not as dark as Chestnut by MAC. It's not as dark. And Bittersweet, MAC stopped making it. But when I tell you, it was a nice substitute. If you didn't want such a dark liner, it was a very nice substitute for it. I really liked it. Okay. Now, normally when I do this, I will pair it with a gold. This one is, you guys have seen me use this one before. It's by Jouer Cosmetics. It's in the shade Crystal. Okay. You guys seen, I've used that several times on my channel. This one right here is a matte color, also by Jouer Cosmetics in the color Vegas. Okay, this is a gold, but it's a different gold from, see, you see that gold? Now you may have to go back over it with your liner if you lose some of that liner. Yeah. And this dries, when it dries down, it does dry down dry. One by Jouer Cosmetics, this one that I use a lot on my channel. This one is a lot more sheer. This one that I showed y'all that has the light on the inside of it. And they, oh, that's, look, y'all, that's gangster, boo. That's gangster. You got a light inside. Girl, bye. Child, you go somewhere and pull that sucker out. I done probably somebody looking at you like you crazy. How that gold looks, it's more it's a little more transparent. See, now to me, this gold, I like a liner with this gold. Now, as you can see, I don't have a liner. That's my natural lips that are lined like that. The natural darkness around my lip. But if I want to deepen it just a little bit, Now go in with a liner. Okay. So that's a pretty goal that you can do. Okay. Another thing, I can show you guys something else that's really, really cool, really pretty. This color right here. This is by Fenty and P&G. Okay. Now, with these darker colors, I don't really line my lips a whole lot with dark colors. Because they're so dark, it looks like, see, this is a brown. This is a chocolate brown. Sometimes what I'll do is with dark colors, what I'll do is clean off the rim of my lip and let my natural liner show through. And that's what I do, that I like to use sometimes. Now this one is by Dose of Colors. Looks like this. For sure, this has burgundy undertones, okay? You guys see that? This one has burgundy undertones. It's a darker color, but there are only a few colors that I'll use that kind of puts me in the mind of a vamp on my skin tone. I'll use this one. I have, like I said, I've used the chocolate. You guys want to do some neutral looks like you're going to work. I did 3 of, I probably have more than this, knowing me. But these are by Mented Cosmetics. They're all neutral. They're all neutral colors. In the shade Lala. New Lala has a kind of terracotta. Maybe terracotta. But with this, I don't like it by itself. So I definitely would tag a liner on it. And that's Nude Lala. And it doesn't, you know, it's a nice neutral to me. It's real pretty. There's another one now. Peach Please, hands down. Now Peach Please, you could definitely, again, line your lips in the dark, in the brown. I know it's giving off something different here on camera, but it's definitely peach. And then you can go on the outside of it. If you wanted to, you could put, if you wanted to lighten it up some more. Now this is by Milani as well. This lip gloss. You guys see what that look like. Now, if you want to try some, MAC has some colored line lippies that you don't need a lip gloss, a lipstick to go with it. This is one of their color lippies. This one is Bittersweet, okay, by MAC. It's more of a brownish, it has more of a brownish color to it. Now with this one, you can go in with a liner if you want to, but a lot of times when I wear this, I just put it on as is, like a lip gloss. And as you can see, it's got color to it. It looks kind of like a taupish brown, but it's a lip gloss, okay? These are really nice. I really like these, y'all. These are really nice. They put you in the mind of like a liquid lipstick. But this one is by MAC, called Bittersweet. Okay guys, so I had 3, I went and picked 3 of my favorite lippies out of my Jouer Cosmetics line. These 3 colors here. I really like these colors here. Definitely worn them to work. Underworld. I love Underworld. There's one called, this one is called Rose Gold. And this one is called Primrose. Girl, I have used a lot. It's kind of in the pink shimmer family. When these dry down, they dry down really, really matte. I put that topper that I told you guys about, the one by Too Faced, that Unicorn Tears. I put that topper on top, and what it does, it brightens it up just a little bit, not much. But when I tell you, when it dries down, it goes nowhere. Nowhere. It stays on all day long. I can go in and out, seeing patients in and out of rooms. It never comes off. It does not come on. And you still get that shine, gloss, and everything. It does not come off, y'all. I'm telling you. This one is Primrose. Primrose is a little lighter. But when it goes on, when it initially goes on, it feels somewhat watery. But when it dries down, you can feel it. And you can definitely tell you got some on your lips. But Primrose, I'm gonna be honest. Normally when I wear Primrose, I wear it as a topper. It's a little too sheer for me to put on as a lipstick by itself. I normally put it on as a topper. And the same thing I do for Rose Gold. Rose Gold look like that. You see Rose Gold? That's Rose Gold. It's just a little, it's similar to Rose Gold, but not quite. It's a little, I'm gonna tell you, Primrose look like it's in the peach family. If you can't tell on camera, that's what it looks like. Because I don't want anybody to say, oh, it look pink on her. No, Primrose is more of a peachy. Now this is another one. This one is similar to, it puts you in the mind of Underworld, but it's not the same. It's not the same color because this one is by Jouer Cosmetics, but it's in the shade Complicated. It's Complicated. Similar to Underworld, but it's just a little lighter than Underworld. Now this color right here, this is a cute color. This one I got out of I wanted to try. It's called Enchanted, but it's by Jouer Cosmetics. They had like this, I guess you would call it sample size for our holiday collection. And when I got it, I really liked it. So I'm gonna show it to you guys. But as you can tell, as you can see, I've only used so far maybe 2 or 3 different liners. And that's because really, to be honest with you, you really don't need all them different liners. You really don't. Because I'm telling you, you get you one good nude liner, you can wear that nude liner with just about any color. And this one right here looks similar. This is by Melted Cosmetics. This liner here looks very similar to the 113C. Looks very similar to it, but it's a different liner. That's why I say it don't make sense to be buying all these different liners. It's real pretty. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It's kind of like in the burgundy family. And this last one that I'm going to show you guys, it is, oh, y'all, I'm sleeping on this. This is a real, oh. Now, I showed you guys a chocolate one. This one is real pretty. It's by Fenty. And I like it because it's not as dark as that P&G. It's not as dark as that. But it's a nice, pretty brown. Y'all see that one? That's more of a, it's more like a nude brown. And I'm going to show you guys this, the last one that I did on the last video. I'm going to use a brown. Pink and brown look good together. So, Lace Detail was the shade color. It's by NYX. And then on the outside, I put this gloss by MAC, and it's in the shade Oyster Girl. Okay. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you have found this video helpful. I hope it helped some people out. Like I said, guys, I tried to find the ones that I use most frequently, the ones that were more everyday stuff. Of course, what I showed you guys, it's not even a dent of what I have. But I couldn't do everything that I have, but I wanted to show you something so you can maybe put some things together. Maybe it'll give you some ideas on how to use some things that you already currently have in your collection without you having to go out and purchase anything new. Okay? So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification, y'all, so you know when I put out some new videos. So, until the next video, I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.